Welcome to the third episode of FinWiz, the Friday's Fire Charts. Hi, I am Subhash, a certified financial planner. And in the series, which is dedicated to the children, we have Vidya with us, a mother of two brilliant boys and a teacher with about 5 years of experience teaching some amazing kids. Hi, Vidya, how are you?
Hi Subhash, I'm good. Last week episode you said we will discuss about the three aspects of holistic development of a child.
Absolutely, Vidya. The three important aspects, if you are looking at for the development of the child, one is talking about their personal habits and hygiene. And second important aspect is about how about developing their social quotient. Because tomorrow, when they grow up, they are going to live in a society full of people. They are not going to deal with products and services. So it is very important to develop some good social skills that they can help them in their life. And the third important aspect is about money, honey, in the sense financial management. So we'll be focusing on all these three aspects in the next couple of weeks. To start with, on the first front, Vidya, on the personal hygiene, I'm sure as a mother, you'll be talking about a lot of these to your boys, right? So how do you go about it, Vidya?
Absolutely. Even from their toddler stage, I've been insisting upon their personal hygiene, especially, washing hands before they have their food. But something unexpected like this corona had to happen that they have made it the habit right now. Also, I'm very particular about their dental hygiene. I keep insisting so both of them brush their teeth both in the morning and in the evenings. One thing is, that personal grooming. It seems to be a little bit down. The school is now, schools have to put rules on uniform inspection, like trimming nails and keeping their hair short. So that seems to be a little problem there.
Yeah, see, despite the schools, no, they are doing that. If the children understand how important it is to carry a good self-image, which will give a lot of boost on their self-confidence. Because tomorrow, when they're going to attend interviews in the corporate world, even a simple thing like wearing a tie properly, it is going to give them a lot of confidence. And I have undergone that. And you rightly said, dental hygiene. I have seen children at the age of 5, 6 go for this root canal knee treatment. It is so painful, right, Vidya? So,
Yeah.
along with this, I think it is also important to keep the environment around them very neat and clean. So, cleanliness, simple things like as soon as I see some children when they come home, when they remove their shoes, the left shoe goes on one side, the right shoe goes for a kick on the other end, and probably if we can help children understand that everything has a place and a place for everything, and it is very very important to keep your school bag to the clothes to the shirt or the trousers that they wear, to keeping their books also in a proper place. I think this is very very important to ensure that they have these kind of habits developed at a small age, because otherwise when we grow up, we have ourselves found that sometimes we keep searching for the vehicle keys or the spectacles. We keep searching for them because there is no place for everything. So the point over here is the cleanliness is again a very very important aspect. And the third important aspect when it comes to the personal habits, I think, is their food habits. I'm sure as a mother you will be emphasizing a lot of that, right? So what do you do, Vidya?
I tell them about healthy and unhealthy food, like how to avoid and why is it important to have healthy food, the full balanced diets, things like that. But junk food, it is very tasty. I think that's why children go for that. So we can make something similar in our homes, like sundal, not only on Navaratris or on Sundays. We can just shun away our laziness, and if we can try to give them the healthy food, it will be much better. But one thing, all this healthy food, all that also I can manage. One thing I'm unable to avoid is this screen time. Do you have any tips on that?
See, we'll have to understand why the children spend so much time on these gadgets. Unfortunately, today we are not using the gadgets, but gadgets are using us. Okay, so they
I
are
agree.
good. They are good. The gadgets are good. But we'll have to understand why children spend so much time on the screen. If you remember when we were small kids, okay, we had playgrounds near our home. And as soon as I was back from school, I used to go, and at least about 1 hour I used to spend playing some games. And today, all these playgrounds have turned into flats and offices, and we are living in a concrete jungle. So probably if we can motivate our children to get into some kind of sports activities, be it at school or even outside of that, like playing tennis or shuttle or TT or swimming for that matter. Most of them who are living in flats, they have a clubhouse. So in clubhouse, some of these facilities are available. You have a gym. So if they can probably go and explore all this, it will help them build a good physique, number one. Number two, all these sports activities, if you look at, they help us build the team building skills. And how do you work around in a team? And tomorrow when they're going to work in a corporate world, they're not going to be a lonely wolf, right? So they will have to work around with people. And when they involve in these kind of sports activities, it is a very, very welcome distraction. And the other point, I think, if probably, I'm sure you have seen Simba at home, right? At my home. So when we brought home Simba, a small cute lab 2 years back, I found that that was a very welcome distraction for my children. They started spending less time on the screen and more time with Simba. In most of the home today, if you look at, they are single child. There is no sibling that they can share their love and affection. And I think pets play a great role over here, wherein they act like a sibling to our children, right? So the children also can bring out all their love and affection and the care, and that dimension of that is also developed when they have pets around. Whatever be it a dog or a cat or a fish, whatever kind of pets, the rearing of pets, I think, is one of the good things that will help reduce the screen time, Vidya.
Yeah, I've seen a garden in your house, your wife spends, and even your children spend a lot of time in the garden. Also, I think we can put our children in music or something like art, something else, which will make them, which will enhance their skills. Also, when I was young, I used to be in something called an NSS. There's a social service. They taught us first aid, and also they took us to a lot of other activities. Were you in some kind of club, Subhash?
Yes, I was a part of this NCC and Scouts, along with the self-discipline. Other thing that I loved is when they took us to camps. A lot of these camps that I've attended, it helped us understand how to live in a minimalistic environment. With so many boys around. So it was a great environment to learn a lot of small life skills that were very handy in life. And Vidya, you take a lot of these spiritual classes, like Balvika's class and all, no? Some shlokas and all you teach, right? What about that?
Yes, Subhash. I believe that a person will develop holistically if they are introduced into, spiritual activities early in their age.
Absolutely, it helps them be grounded, and along with that, if they can involve, if even the parents can involve taking their children out when they go for some kind of an orphanage or the elderly home and all that. So it will help the children understand the importance of helping out the lesser privileged in the society, and will help them keep themselves grounded. My dear friends, what do you think on all these points that we have discussed? If you have a thought, I am sure you will go ahead on the comment section and do share your thought with us. And if you like whatever you're listening so far, please do click the like button. And if you want these kind of ideas and thoughts to be shared with your friends circle, please do click the share button and share this video with your friends. And if you want to continuously get this kind of videos on FinWiz Fire Chats, do subscribe on our channel. I think, Vidya, living in a hostel also helped. No, you had a fortune of living in a hostel. I had a fortune of living about 5 years in a hostel. And I think a hostel is a fantastic environment to develop many social skills. One of the best times of my life, I would believe, was in the hostel. And the best of the friends also I have in the hostel life. Hostel taught us a lot of life skills. Most of us learned simple things like plumbing, carpentry work, and some mechanical work, even cooking. I think cooking is an important skill, not just for the girls, even for the boys today to learn. Most of these children today, in their aspiration to study abroad, are going to various countries around the globe. And when they are living in those kind of countries, food is one of the major challenge for people like us who are Indians, and maybe especially who are vegetarian. So if we learn cooking, even the boys, it will come very handy if you are in the overseas world. And learning a lot of languages, I think, is one of the major life skill. I would really put it as a life skill. Being a polyglot is good. Most importantly, I found it helps us connect with the people wherever we are going around. See, India is a nation where multilingual people live around, and it is very easy to connect to the local crowd. And I have seen people who know many languages, the polyglots, are broader in their thinking perspective. Yeah, Vidya?
Yes, yes. And there is a saying in Tamil, right? ஐந்தில் வளையாதது ஐம்பதில் விளையுமா. The habits developed in a young age is very important. You rightly said you should catch them young. We need to create also a very good environment where they can grow.
Absolutely.
And as parents, we have to behave very responsibly. Nowadays, the children just copy whatever we do. So we have to be very responsible.
Absolutely. In fact, I got a call recently from a friend of mine after seeing the video. He called up and he was saying a lot of good things, good important points he was sharing. So I know his family, I know his son also. So I was asking, sir, how's your son? So he said, I am seeing a younger version of myself in him. So I understood at what tone he was saying. I said, what, sir, is he not listening to you? He did not give me a very straight answer. So I said, sir, as long as they are not confronting, it's okay. Even if they don't listen, as long as they are consultative. I think today we have to go to the zone after a particular age. The children want a consultative parent. We, as if you look at the creepers when they grow, they need a good support. And if we can act as that support around which the creepers can grow and flourish, okay, if we can be that kind of a support system for them, I think that would be great, Vidya. Not just as parents, we should behave with them as friends, as guides, as mentors, so that the trust with the parent and the child is very, very important and develops in a very big manner. And that can happen only if we are non-judgmental towards them, Vidya.
Yeah, the word you said, non-judgmental, is very critical. You've given a lot of points to ponder, Subhash. But this is all very easy and good to speak, very difficult to follow. How do we think we can implement this?
See, for this, let me ask you one question. Have you seen people train not just the dogs, but even lions and tigers in a zoo? How they are trained? If you look at most of these animals, when they are trained, okay, to do certain activities, there is something called as a treat system. Okay, so I have seen it in the sense that you want them to do an action, you tell them how to do the action, and as soon that action is done, you give them a treat biscuit or whatever. You give them something which they will relish. That reward system is there even in a corporate world. And most of them who are in the corporate world, most of them not just work for the salaries, they work for the overtime, the bonus, the performance incentive, and performance appraisal. Basically, if you look at as a human being, our behavioral nature is such that we want to be rewarded if we do something right. And there's something that I always wonder why in income tax the system is existing where if you don't file on time, there is a penalty. But if you file on time, there is no reward. Okay, so human beings, we love to be rewarded, and most of the shops also work on this. There is a discount offer, buy one get one free, and then we go for those shops where there is offer. Similarly, if we can catch our children doing things right, reward them for the right actions, and probably if there is a wrong action, reprimand them. Okay, so how can we do that? If we play a value-based game at home, meaning talk about 10 points, 10 good habits. If you want your children to inculcate them, play them through a game. Like some 10 points that you catch up. Did I get up early before 6? Did I go to bed before 10? Did I complete all my homework and assignments before retiring from the bed? I did not waste food. I did not speak a lie. I did not speak ill about anybody. I respected all the elders, my parents and my teachers. Like this, catch 10 points and run it as a game. Every day, the child evaluates itself and they are good. Okay, they are honest, unless we tell them how to be dishonest in life. Okay, they are otherwise very honest. So they can do a self evaluation, give the points. At the end of the month, reward them. Reward them with whatever they like. If they like eating out, reward them with one dinner out. Or if they like some pocket money, give them pocket money. I'm sure if you teach them how to use this money also, it will be very, very useful. So if we can have a reward system where if they do things right, they are rewarded. And if at all you find them doing something which is undesirable, which is, I'm not using the word called bad, because most often we'll end up telling the children, no, this is bad. The action is bad. The action is wrong. The action is undesirable. It is not that the child is bad.
Right, right.
If we can bring this in, okay, I'm sure it will help a lot. See, we all, most of the wives at home complain to the husbands that when the food is good, you don't compliment us. But if the salt is not there, that alone you pinpoint and say. Every human being is like that. If we can catch them doing things right and reward and appreciate them, then this will get repeated. And if you find that some undesirable action is found, you tell them why it should not be done and how it should be done. Most often I find people telling what should not be done. Rather, I think we should say what should be done and how it should be done in a right manner, Vidya.
Yes, fantastic idea that you've given us. I think I'm going to really implement it immediately. But you said like you can reward them with money. How do these kids, what do the kids will do with the money? That's my question. Tell me, the rightly earned money, what are they going to do with it?
Don't underestimate children, Vidya. They're very, very smart. Okay. So to help them understand about financial management and bring in some good, clean financial habits, you need to watch out for the space more. And if you like whatever we have said, my dear viewers, go ahead and give your comments. You do share with us. And if you like this video, we'll be very happy to click this icon, like button, and do share this video with all your friends. And to continuously get updates on FinWiz with Fire Chats, the next week we are going to discuss how we can bring in financial management in the children and small habits that we can develop, understanding their personal finance. Do watch out for this space the next week. Thanks a lot, Vidya. This is Subhash signing off for the day, your certified financial planner. Next week, we'll catch up on FinWiz, the 5 days Fire Chats. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, Vidya.
Thank you.